When we did the inking for Donnie's head, we used the brush tool. And by doing that, it gave us some nice thick and thin lines, and it had a real natural feel to it. But for the body, we're going to use a technique that's going to give us a lot more control, but we will still have those beautiful thick and thin lines. All right, so what we're going to do first is lock our sketch layer. And the first thing we're going to draw out, because it's kind of right up front, we'll just draw out one of the arms. So add a new layer and simply call this arm. Now, some people call it right and left arm. We're just going to call it arm for now. And we'll give these names once we start duplicating them. Because we're only going to draw out the arm once. And once we start rigging, we'll actually duplicate the entire layer. So what I'll do now is I'll come down to the line tool. And I'm going to zoom in. And I'm just going to draw a straight line from the shoulder right to the edge of the sleeve here. And I'll draw another line for the front of the sleeve, and for the back part of the sleeve, I'll draw it again from the shoulder right to the sleeve. Now I'll go to my contour tool, the contour editor, and I'm going to move right at the base until I see the cursor change. I'm going to bend this path to match the curve of this arm. And we'll do the same for the top one here. And so now we have just the exact same outline. It's a lot more clean, but it is a little boring. It's just a very flat line here. So now I'm going to go and select my pencil editor. And I'm going to click and drag and select all of these items here. So I have all of the strokes for the sleeve. I'm going to go to Tool Properties. And then I can select one of the different tapered thicknesses here. So I'm going to select the medium. And now if I click off of this to deselect it, and let's hide our sketch for a moment, we have a nice thick and thin look to each of the lines. And if we look at the before of that, let's turn off the body sketch. This is the before. We'll select these and we'll do the medium thickness. And there's our after. Now in addition, we can also select each one of these strokes and thicken it up. And this is by using the pencil editor. And we'll just continue to ink the rest of the body. So we'll lock the arm. We'll add another layer here for the body. We'll grab our line tool, bring this straight down. Now I can also do this with the pen tool, but the bottom line is we're coming in and drawing out some really clean lines, and then coming back in with our pencil editor and making it appear as if we've drawn it out using the paintbrush. So again, I'll select the contour editor and bend each of these lines here. And let's zoom in. And last but not least, again, we'll go to the pencil editor. I'm going to turn off our sketch layer, even turn off our arm layer for a moment. It's going to deselect and click and drag here. All right, now we have all of those selected. And we now have some nice thick and thin lines. And we'll probably go in, the body works, but we'll probably go in for the collar here and change what thickness we're using. And there you have it. So by using a combination of the line tool, contour editor, and pencil editor, we've been able to give the same type of thick and thin brush look to the body while keeping a lot more control over how the lines are drawn.